I'm Sanskriti. I'm the co-founder of Thinkavel Labs, and we were one of the recipients of Arohan Awards in 2019. We developed Annie, the world's first Braille learning device, where it enables children to self-learn Braille even remotely. It's designed to make Braille education fun, gamified, and accessible for children with visual impairments. I spent more than half my college life sort of iterating on the initial idea, and now we've grown into a full educational ecosystem for students, teachers, parents, government authorities, and whoever is taking part in learning outcomes and impact for the child. I am from a computer science background, and one of the first things that they teach you is to program a 7-segment display. So when we did learn how to program a 7-segment display, like the thing that struck me was that from a code perspective, it was almost identical to a 6-dot Braille, 7 segments in which you select which ones go on or off, and that creates your character. And in Braille, you have 6 actuators, and you select which ones move or not, and that is what creates your character. So from a programming basis, the logic is pretty much the same. But that's how we sort of built an initial prototype, which was just one Braille cell, the large Braille cell, and it along with playing the alphabet song, we had the dots going up and down. We are continuing to innovate in that direction to create more products for continued learning, not just early literacy or numeracy, but also down the K-12 segment. Overall, there has been more and more acceptance around the impact fueled by tech innovation. Technology, it has pluses. It is more scalable in certain ways than other traditional mechanisms, and the kind of results that you can accomplish with a tech intervention are very, very different. I think the most powerful thing about Annie is it enables practice and self-learning with giving immediate corrective feedback. So children are able to progress on their own, and the way we've designed the content is just like a video game, where until you crack one level, you can't unlock the next one. So basically, because of that, children are gaining fluency and mastering one stage after another. That is something we built for the fun of it. But when we took it to a school, that was a big turning point, because children that were obsessively, repetitively playing the same thing again and again, we are talking about 12, 13-year-olds. So if you have teenage students, say 7th standard students, who are still sort of transfixed with ABC, it is because they haven't gotten enough exposure to perfecting their ABC. So that is something that was really arresting, and that is when my co-founders and we started learning Braille also, and through that process we realized why it is that students at a higher age still are not at a reading level at par with their sighted peers. For sighted children, your teacher can show you something on the board, and parallelly at the same time 10, 20, 40, 60 students are inputting the same information at the same time, but that's not something that happens with the tactile language. We realized that in terms of technology, there are very, very few things that have a very clean solution, and I firmly believe that Braille literacy is one of them. Anyone that reads Braille is doing so because they've practiced it so many thousands of times, because to develop the tactile acuity on their fingertips. So that is also something that Annie helps with in terms of giving a lot of exposure to Braille at that age. As a young startup, prize money has been one of the biggest fuels of how we've kept things going. Funding requires you to be viable at that stage of the business, whereas prize money is so that you can get to that stage of viability, so that other doors open for you. So yeah, prize money really did help us. At the time we won Arohan Award, we had 1 or 2 smart classes, and now we have more than 260. So that's been a huge scale up for us. We have more than 5,000 children who have been actively learning in our smart classes in India alone, and like thousands more in other countries like US, UK, Ireland, Canada, Australia, New Zealand. We are only growing more and more, both with Annie and also the other products that we have pipelined for advanced users. even at the awards ceremony, looking at and hearing all the other teams and ideas that were working on it, it was a great community of people from all over India that traveled to Bangalore to interact with each other and the jury members. And I think that innovation for impact niche is something that definitely is growing within India. In the last 6 years, we've reached more than 6,000 students. So in the past, if our goal had been to reach 6,000 students, the kind of human resource training that we would have had to do would have been simply like unsustainable at the kind of budgets we run on. But because it's a tech solution and a tech intervention, we've been able to achieve that impact at a fraction of the cost. There's also that snowballing effect with any tech intervention where it took us 6 years to set up our first 100 smart classes, and I think in the last year every 6 days we were setting up one smart class. So it's been scaling also rapidly. I would say the belief really helped. At that point it was difficult to be taken seriously. The jury members, who were all extremely accomplished in the impact space, at that early initial stage when you're talking about what you're doing to them, and they take you seriously and they're really sort of thinking through the next end steps of what you're going to do, that really reinforced in what we were doing, because it's great to be taken seriously by someone who's walked the walk and talked the talk. Aarohan Awards has only gone from strength to strength in the last several years, and every year we're seeing sort of new innovations from different places in the country that are spotlighted, and I only wish everyone the best, because there's a growing community of people that are prioritizing sustainable impact. Yes, we've undergone quite a few improvements since Aarohan. In 2019, we had about 4 or 5 languages, and right now we have 15 languages. So that itself has really broadened our scope in terms of what kind of students we can reach out to. There's always improvements that keep on happening under the hood, so that's a continuously ongoing process. We had gone to NIE PVD, then NIVH in Dehradun, which is the National Institute for Empowerment for Persons with Visual Disabilities, and they have a model school for visually impaired, and that is where we did our first field trials. And in just a week, I remember the first version that we developed was in English, and children were a little hesitant to sort of interact with it, and then we realized that they had an English language barrier, where because they used to be very comfortable and verbose in Hindi, but English itself was sort of making them a little apprehensive of approaching or interacting with the device individually. So in that week, we re-recorded all the content from English to Hindi, and then the children simply loved it. This little girl Nisha, when we had to leave like a week later, she just grabbed the device and she ran away, like from the classroom to the school corridor. So this is a small visually impaired girl that we're talking about. She did not want to let go. In a world that is, increasingly moving towards becoming more inclusive from an individual sense to a policy-driven sense, like we have Accessible India, we have the European Union that is mandating Braille on all pharmaceuticals. That kind of institutional inclusivity is something we are seeing on the rise worldwide. I definitely see Annie as that growth driver in the educational sphere. How does the education system need to evolve so that people can take advantage of all of the infrastructural changes that are happening? The status quo is shifting for sure towards greater inclusivity, and so the educational system status quo should also shift towards greater inclusivity. We knew that we had struck a chord somewhere and that children are liking what we're doing, so it's those moments that sort of stay with you. I remember this one time, one girl sort of came towards me, like my voice, and she sort of touched my hand. She's like, "Are you Annie, madam?" I said, "Yes." And she's like, okay, great. And then she goes and tells a friend, "I touched Annie, madam." And it is so hilarious because these are little girls, 9 or 10 years old, and they just, I'm wondering, I mean, wow, they're so excited to meet me. That must mean that they like what I'm bringing to their lives, or rather what my voice is bringing to their life. Whenever I am low on motivation, I know that if I go to a school, I will get a nice big dose of what is actually happening out there. Aarohan Awards is definitely one of those places where you can see that there are so many other people that are wired the same way. They're also telling themselves that they're going to change the world by doing what they're doing.